Shalom. Kohala Yahweh Bahashem Yahweh Shai Bahashem Rahakwadash. Double honors to our teachers, the apostles and elders of Great Millstone. Peace, love, and salutations to the hopefully elect scattered throughout the four corners of the earth, teaching in truth, sincerity, and diligence for the sake of Yahweh Bahashem Yahweh Shai. Lord, when this lesson may be edifying and straight to the point. Man, it's a crazy motherfucking video here, man. You know, just ran across this, in which this is a heavy spirit of whoredom that's here in America, ultimately amongst our nation of women. You know, the so-called Negro, Latino, and Native Indian women, which you the biblical Israelites. You see, and the leaders that Esau Edom that set up in this society has pretty much taught our women to adore themselves and whoredom. You see, in which, hey, we're a royal nation. You know, you can't forget that we're a royal nation, we're a holy people. So the Lord, you know, it's a certain way that our women are supposed to be fashioned. You know, that whoredom spirit is going to be put down, man. You see, because the Lord tell you that there should be no whores or the daughters of Zion. Real quick, let's see, what's that Deuteronomy, I believe chapter 21. And where is that? Let me see. 23. It's the book of Deuteronomy chapter 23 and verse 17. There should be no whore of the daughters of Israel. See? Nor a sodomite of the sons of Israel. So, hey, there should be no whores or no fucking flares amongst our nation, man. When you see that spirit coming to the nation, you're supposed to do away with it, for the lack of better terms, man, so that the nation don't be brought to shame. But here it is in America, where this is a society of whoredom. You know, Lord tell you that this wicked and adulterous generation, you know, this is this wicked and adulterous generation where everybody gets off on whoredom, man. Men get off on being whoremongers, you know, chasing after every bread. And then you have these women, you know, who boldly profess that they whores, man. You see it real quick. I'm gonna just play this video.
Have you ever done it with more than one guy in 24 hours?
Yes, absolutely. I will explain this. I had a schedule at one point in time. So it was like, see him in the morning, see him in the afternoon, see him at night, and just, you know, run with that schedule. And it worked out for me.
What's the most you've done in a day?
In a day, like 4.
4? All separate?
All separate. But I mean, I showered in between.
You juggle that?
Yeah, of course I can. I'm a multitasker.
Gross.
You see that? And you see the boldness, the pride behind it. Yeah, I'm a multitasker. And the bride even said, yeah, but I showered in between, as if that's making her clean, man. You see? But this is the condition of our women here in America, man. You know, and this is pretty much our face. When we hear you women boasting your whoredom on how many men that you sleep with, that's not the way the Lord Yahweh shall fashion you. In fact, you're losing your glow by doing so. You see, because ultimately with the Lord, our nation glow. We glow as a nation. We progress. You see? But without the Lord, hey, we fucking whores, man. You know, we decline. We sit in the dust, man. You see? We commit spiritual whoredom and physical whoredom, man. You see? And it brings shame to our nation, because the other nations looking at our people like, oh, yeah, they through, you know? And it ain't no, if Yahweh Shai ain't coming back, it wouldn't be no hope for us, man. You see? Because, hey, the shine is gone here in America, man. If it went for the Lord leaving a remnant, you know, ultimately, the apostles and elders of Great Millstone, to bring back that correction, you know, that leads you back into Yahweh Shai, and we'll be through as a nation, man. You see, real quick, this the book of Lamentations. Let's see what is it. Chapter 4 and verse 1. How has the gold become dim? How has the most fine gold changed? The stones of the sanctuary are poured out in the top of every street. It's like in the top of every street. The precious sons of Zion compared to fine gold. How are they esteemed as earthen pitchers, the work of the hands of the potters? You see, even the sea monsters draw out their breasts. They give suck to their young ones. The daughters of my people is become cruel like the ostrich in the wilderness, you see, and this is the condition and the state of our people. You see, let's just keep going. He said the tongue of the sucking child cleave to the roof of his mouth for thirst. The young children ask bread, and no man breaketh it unto them. Verse 5, which is the point. He said, they that did feed delicately are desolate in the streets. They were brought up in scarlet embrace dug here. You pretty much embrace a lower state, man. A lower way of living, pretty much, for lack of better terms. You see, as you can see, she got off on having sex with 4 dudes in one day. You know, that's pretty much embracing a lower state, man. Embracing a lower vibration, for the lack of better terms, man. You see, you're supposed to be of a precious fine gold, in which ultimately that's talking about the men, you know, the nation of Israel, ultimately the men of the Lord. But for you women, you know, because the men pretty much set the standard, you see, on how the nation should operate and maneuver, man. And the people supposed to follow after the leaders. You see, but here it is, here in America, you got these false flags, these false leaders that were set up by the so-called white man Esau Edom to teach you these wayward ways, man. Ways that's not fitting for Yahweh Shem Yahushua, that's not fitting for our nation. And this brings shame to us, man. You see? Because now who want to deal with a black woman? You know, this bitch got a reputation of being unruly, a whore, masculine. She the public enemy #1 of all women, man. You see, and it's because of the lifestyle, the mentality that you cleave to, and you take pride in it. That's sick, man. You see? Because the Lord fashioned you to be a certain way. This Jeremiah 6:2, in which this is speaking of the nation of Israel as a whole, but you can pretty much, you know, you can fit it with the women. You see, he said, I have likened the daughter of Zion to a comely and delicate woman, in which the nation of Israel is a delicate woman unto the Lord Yahweh Shem Yahushua. You see, he's our husband, and we're the women to the Lord, man. We're married to Yahweh Shem Yahushua, our power. You see, but ultimately, here in this, if you can put it, you know, in today's term, you women are supposed to be in the spirit of comeliness and delicateness, man. You're not supposed to be a fucking whore. You're not supposed to operate like a whore, man. You're not supposed to be giving yourself up to everything, man. You see, that's not the way the Lord fashioned our women. You learned that in America. That is an American way of living, man. You see, and these Americans are gonna be put to death. You see, so at least you want that. You know, they keep doing what you're doing, but if you don't, then I encourage you to let off that whoredom spirit, man, and come back to Yahweh Shem Yahushua. You see, repent unto the Lord, man, and do away with that shit, man. You see, because that's doing nothing but bringing shame to you and your household, man. You see, real quick. It's Ecclesiasticus chapter 26 and verse 8. It says, a drunken woman and gather abroad causeth great anger. She would not cover her own shame. And you see that woman, she wasn't covering the fact that she done dealt with multiple men in one day. She was pretty much boasting in it. You see, it's because she's drunk. Yeah, because when you go into that word air, and matter of fact, let's grab it real quick. Isaiah 9 and verse 16, it said, for the leaders of this people cause them to err, and they that are led of them are destroyed. You go into that word err. It means of intoxication. You see what it says, to be made wander about, to be made stagger, drunkard. You see? So going back to Ecclesiastes 26 and 8, it said a drunken woman is a gather abroad. A drunken woman and a gather abroad cause a great anger, and she would not cover her own shame. You see? Yeah, you drunk out the philosophies of America. America teach you that being a whore is something to glory yourself in, and it's not, man. Shaking ass and being seductive, you know, putting on revealing clothes and shit. They teach you that that's the new beauty, you know, because they say that that's a bad bitch, man. But really, that's a bitch that's gonna be destroyed, man. You see, he said the whoredom of a woman may be known in her haughty looks and eyelids. If thy daughter be shameless, keep her in straight, lest she abuse herself through overmuch liberty. And that's what these women do. When you give them liberty, they abuse it, and they go out and sleep with sleep with everybody, man. And they bring shame to you. You see? Let's just skip down. Verse 15. It said, a shamefaced and faithful woman is a double grace, and her continent mind cannot be valued. And that's the woman that you want to operate like, man. You see, because verse 22, and harlot should be accounted as spittle, but a married woman is a tower against death to her husband, man. That's what you want to be. You don't want to be the harlot, man. You see, verse 25, a shameless woman should be counted as a dog. Yeah, that's why y'all call yourself bad bitches, because these women are really shameless, man. But she that is shamefaced will fear the Lord, man. And that's the woman you want to be, a shamefaced woman. You see, because that's the woman that's acceptable in the eyes of the Lord. You don't want to be the whore, man. You know, you don't want to be these bitches with these big ass eyelids. You see, but it's just something through the spirit, man. You know, Lord willing, it was edifying, just something real quick. You know, and that spirit of whoredom, man, because I ran across this video. You see, and Lord willing, it was edified to this video. Shalom.